Once you install the After Effects, open After Effects and you will face with this user interface. After Effects user interface is so simple and so pure, and it's not complex like other 3D softwares or compositing softwares. Okay, this is a welcome dialog window, and for now let's close it and we will talk about it later on. Let's have an overview to After Effects basics for those of you that you not work After Effects yet and you're not familiar with After Effects basics. In the top side we have menu bar. All the things that we can do inside of After Effects exists in here, and all the options, all the effects, animation, composition settings, and these kind of stuff. Underneath the menu bar we have toolbar. Toolbar contain all the tools that you can do a lot of stuff with them inside of After Effects. For example, masking, for example, creating text, painting, and this kind of stuff. And we will take deeply into tools bar in next lesson because they are very important. In here we have project panel, and in project panel all the stuff, all the footage that you will import from your computer to After Effects is located in here. And you can import it, you can create a folder for them and delete and this kind of stuff. It's timeline. All the actual work that you will do inside of After Effects is performed in timeline. And for example, cutting, organizing the layers, and the layer organization inside of After Effects is matter because it's very important. After Effects is not a node-based system, it is a layer-based system. It means that layer organization is matter inside of After Effects, and you have to take care of it. You will grab your footage inside of timeline and you start working on them. Okay, in here we have paint and brushes. When you click on these brush tools like clone stamps and brush tools, these panels will appear. These are all for brush. You can choose the brush size and you can turn down the opacity like Photoshop if you're familiar with Photoshop. And we will take through it in the next lesson. And also, beside of the brush, we have effect and presets. There are tons of effects inside of After Effects that you can put on your footage, and they are very powerful, and they are categorized according to their jobs and according what they do. It's category, for example, we have generate kind effect, perspective effect, or the plugins that you have installed, third-party plugins is appear in here, and all the other stuff, and animation presets, pre-made stocks that you can work on. In here we have a playback option that you can preview your timeline stocks. For example, what you have in your timeline, you can preview it in here. And this is the info panel and audio panel. In an info panel, you can get the information of the color from your footage. And in audio, if you have an audio inside of After Effects, it's gonna show it the level, audio, gain, and dB, all the audio stuffs. We have different workspace inside of After Effects. This is a standard workspace and you can change it according to your desire. And for example, if you do visual effects things, motion tracking, you can select motion tracking and you see that the tracker is appearing here. We are not going through these stuffs because they are not for motion graphic, they are for visual effects. And maybe we have a lot of other courses in Udemy about visual effects and these kind of stuff in After Effects, and we will take through that deeply on that courses. And we have effect, animation, all texts, for example, typography or painting. We can also arrange this panel in our desire. For example, I want to change this in here or any other stuff. And you can also save this. For example, new workspace, type a name for that. Okay, the workspace is saved, and you can, when you restart the After Effects, the workspaces remain the same and it's not changeable. Also, you can reset your workspace to a standard. For example, if you change the workspace to a standard, you can see all the panels will rearrange it as they are.